So 2022 was one of the worst investing years in quite a while. In fact, many regard it as one of the worst since 2008 in terms of investing, with one of the generally considered safest investments being the S&P 500, down around 20% during 2022, and with many other stocks seeing drops as much as 40, 50, 60% and more in many other cases. But crypto was affected too. While many thought crypto was a hedge against the general stock market, it seemed to go in the same direction, with Bitcoin, the biggest market cap crypto, losing around 60% in 2022. And as well as that, a lot of altcoins lost most of their value and will likely never recover. And even if you were a majority cash holder, you probably did the best out of most investments, but you still technically lost some money or buying power due to inflation. So pretty much no matter where you had your money for 2022, it was pretty rough. But what are my plans for 2023? Let's find out in this video. But first, it's a new year, so it's time to do them tax returns, and it's a great way for you to claim some tax relief back. And taxback.com, who have sponsored this video, can help you with just that. So for example, you could be owed some tax back if you've paid for medical prescriptions, if you've had consultant visits, dental visits, physiotherapy for example, all of that you can claim tax relief on. As well as that, in Ireland, if you were renting last year for 2022, you can claim up to €500 back. There's also relief that can be claimed if you were working from home on your electricity and broadband. And then there's something not many people know about, which is called flat rate expenses. I did a video on this over on my TikTok yesterday and quite a lot of people are interested in it. Basically, depending on your occupation, you could be entitled to quite a bit of money each year. You can see here, for example, nurses are entitled to over €700 if they supply and launder their own uniforms. And I'll leave a full list of all the occupations and their equivalent flat rate expenses down in the description below. Remember, you can do your tax return for the last 4 years and taxback.com will help you with this. Their average customer gets €1,880 in a return, and they operate on a service of no refund, no fee. So now back to the video. What are my plans for investing in 2023? So while 2022 was a terrible year, as I mentioned at the start of the video, for investing, 2023 likely won't be as bad, but we could still see some potential downside. I still think many companies this year will face a lot of problems, but if you can find companies who have pricing power, who have good margins on their products, and their products will still be in demand, they could potentially do very well this year and for the coming years. So of course, it's anybody's guess how the market will actually go this year, but based on everything I've seen so far, of course we're only in January, so there's still lots of time before we'll have a better idea, but it seems like we could be due some pain for the next quarter or two, and then hopefully we'll see a recovery, and then maybe a potential rally in stocks, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was put out to maybe 2024. So that being said, 2023 looks like it's shaping up to be a good year for accumulating, if you're accumulating the right stocks, that is, because as I said, some companies will definitely find themselves in trouble in terms of bankruptcy this year because the economy is still quite rough. But if you do find them winning companies, I think they will win very well. Some of the industries I personally think, and this is not financial advice of course, make sure you do all your own research, but some of the industries I'm excited about are the AI industry, especially when you see ChatGPT taking off like it has over the last couple of months here. As well as that, I think renewables will do very, very well. So the likes of electric vehicles, depending on the company of course, we all know which one I'm a big fan of, then wind, solar, all them renewable energies, I think they'll do quite well. And I also think maybe in opposition to that, oil will still do quite well this year, because the reality is you still need a lot of oil to even set up some of these renewable energy sources. So I think for the next couple of years, we're still going to see some good returns in oil, but I'd love to know your thoughts on that in the comments. Okay, so let's break it down into 3 different areas that I'll be focusing on for 2023. That will be cash position, investing in stocks, and then investing in cryptocurrency. So let's start off with cash. Basically what I'm going to be doing for the first couple of months of 2023 is putting 50% of my savings amount into cash. Now I am in the process of buying a property, so that's one of the reasons that I need to have a little bit more cash as well. But it will also work well if we do see, for example, after this earnings reports that the stocks do start to go down. I'll be able to deploy some of that into them, and especially next quarter as well in Q2. If stocks do go down even further, then hopefully I'll be able to have some cash on the side that I can deploy into these stocks. So in uncertain times, it's pretty much a good idea to be able to build up a bit of a cash reserve to be able to take advantage of these prices. Otherwise, you can still dollar cost average in, and that's definitely something that works. But I think a good strategy is also to have this cash on the side. So I'll be doing maybe a mixture of both there. So yeah, for the first 2 quarters or so, it's going to be 50% cash. And then once we get into Q3, Q4, I'll likely bring that down to maybe 25% cash savings. Okay, then for stocks, so of that other 50% that's left over, we're going to put 40% of that into stocks. That will include individually buying Tesla stock for me, as well as putting money into the new ETF kind of thing that I made called the Dow 32. You can check that out in the previous video I made here. So yeah, that's essentially going to be split between Tesla and buying into that fund there, that other 40%. Again, as I said, I think in 2023, if you can find a company that has pricing power, which I think Tesla does, has a lot of demand for their products, which I also think Tesla does, and has a very healthy balance sheet and cash reserves, which I know Tesla does, I think that could be a real winner. So that's one of the reasons that I'm heavily investing in Tesla again for 2023. And then also just diversifying a little bit by putting money into that Dow 32 pie that I've made on Trading 212 as well. And then the other 10% of that I'm going to be putting back into cryptocurrency. Currently I have no cryptocurrency right now, but I'm going to start building my position back up. And the plan is to mainly put that into Bitcoin and Ethereum and maybe 1 or 2 other high market cap altcoins right now. Some of the other ones it's just not worth taking a risk on for me right now because crypto is so uncertain. But similar to stocks, I think this could be a great year for accumulating. I don't anticipate, although we had a bit of a rally in the last week or two, I think that's a bit of a false rally, a bit of a bull trap. And I think the prices will come down again in cryptocurrency, but that's just my guess. But either way, I'd still like to build back up a bit of a portfolio in cryptocurrency, although it's definitely very uncertain. And I'm most likely taking the approach of don't invest any money you're not willing to lose when it comes to cryptocurrency, but I still want to build up a small position again. I will be doing a dedicated video on the cryptocurrency investments that I decide to go with. I still need to do some more research into picking the ones outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I'll let you guys know once that video's up. So yeah, that's my plan. Quick summary again, for the first 2 quarters of 2023, I'm going to be going for a 50% cash, 40% stocks and 10% crypto, and then moving into the 3rd and 4th quarters of this year, I'll obviously reevaluate somewhere in between, but it's going to be at the minute 25% cash, and then we'll move into maybe 50% stocks and then maybe the other 25 into crypto. So yeah, that's my plan. Good to have a plan. Of course, these things can change and we will keep evaluating as the months go on and we get a better idea of which direction 2023 is heading. But I'd love to know your plans in the comment section below. Make sure you check out taxback.com as well if you want to do your tax returns for the last 4 years. They make it very, very easy for you. And if you could take a second to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel, we're nearly at 6,000 subscribers. It'd be really great to have you aboard. But anyway, thanks so much for watching and I'll catch you guys in another video.